Where can you find 123,994 people? In the biggest football stadium in America? No, it doesn't have enough seats. In the U.S. Virgin Islands? No, the population isn't even that big. According to organdonor.gov, this many people can be found on the list of people waiting for an organ transplant today. While almost all Americans know about organ donation, Janelle Alessia from the NBC News wrote an article that gives the shocking number of 45% to be the small portion of U.S. adults who are registered organ donors. So why do people choose not to be organ donors? The biggest reason is that they don't have all the facts correct. They don't understand brain death. They might think they can't have an open casket funeral if they choose to donate, or they think it will cost them. It is my hope that after hearing the correct information about organ donation, you will sign up to become an organ donor today. Imagine sitting in the hospital at the bedside of a loved one who is plugged into a ventilator. The doctor comes in and tells you that the patient is brain dead and asks you to begin considering organ donation. Many people in this situation say no because they do not understand brain death and think that their loved one still has a chance at life because their heart is beating. The article Understanding Brain Death makes this clear to us. When someone is brain dead, it means the brain is no longer working in any capacity and never will again. It is important to go ahead and take the healthy organs out while the heart is still beating, because a constant blood supply is needed to keep the organs viable for donation. Other people choose not to donate because they believe that they will not have an open casket funeral if they do. This is not the case even if you decide to donate more than just your internal organs. If you decide to donate skin, it will only be taken from your backside, and this goes to help burn victims. Even with internal organs, though, few incisions are made. Tripp Underwood, in an article Dispelling Myths About Organ Donation, says, if the person being buried is fully clothed, there will be no visible signs that he or she has donated organs, making an open casket a perfectly valid option for anyone who wishes to donate. One last myth about organ donation is that it will cost to donate. People have seen bills of the charges to the final efforts to save a life and mistake this to be the cost of organ donation. The Mayo Clinic makes this clear by telling us that costs for organ removal are charged to the transplant recipient. Another way people think donating will cost them is with their treatment. Many people believe that if you are a registered organ donor, the doctors and nurses will not give you the best quality of care. The American Transplant Foundation explains that organ and tissue donation isn't even considered or discussed until after death is declared. And normally the doctors attempting to save your life have nothing to do with the transplanted organs, so there's no reason for them to treat you any differently at all. Now that we disproved the myths about organ donation, let's see what we can do to help. In the article, Improving Rates of Organ Donation for Transplantation, experts say that the best solution to this problem is to change the system from opt-in to opt-out. This would mean that instead of having to register to donate, people would be assumed to donate unless expressed otherwise. This would help so much because some people are only not on the list to donate organs because they are too lazy to register. Another solution to this problem is to get the information out there. If everyone knows the correct information and the myths are dispelled, almost everyone would decide to donate their organs, especially since it's so easy. All you have to do is sign the back of your driver's license. After examining how we can solve the problem, let's see how future patients on the waiting list is going to improve. 18 people die every day waiting for an organ. This is such a shame, especially since we have all the medical advancements necessary to keep preventable deaths like these from occurring. If the correct information is spread, all these children and adults will be saved. Failing organs will no longer be a big deal when there are enough donors who meet this demand. The list of 123,994 people waiting for an organ transplant can be eventually changed to 0 if people understand the real truth about organ donation. The death of one person can save the lives of 8 and can make many more comfortable. So you can choose to let your organs die with you, or you can choose to let something positive come from your death. Instead of having 9 mourning families, make the decision to give 8 families the best news of their life.